Previously in X-Men, Madelyne Pryor has been many things: a charismatic pilot, a way out for Scott Summers, a dangling plot thread, a MacGuffin, and a mystery. And now, while the X-Men are ready to take on and take out the Marauders as New York descends into inferno around them, the newly crowned Goblin Queen comes face to face with answers. I am Jason Lapidus. This is Chris Sanigan. And we are Group of Seven Comics. Welcome to episode 180 of our ongoing read-through of the X-Men comics that became classic, as we read Uncanny X-Men 241 by Chris Claremont, Marc Silvestri, and Dan Green, cover date of February 1989. But before we dive in, you can support the channel by reading our books. 7 famous historical figures on a secret fictional mission to save the world, Group of Seven, A Most Secret Tale. A team of spies, undercover as frontline nurses, defend against the unknown and unbelievable, peregrines, flights, fiends, and fisticuffs. Both for sale in print and digital formats on our website, groupofsevencomics.ca. There you can also subscribe to our newsletter and stay up to date on upcoming appearances, our comics, and episodes. Thank you for your support. Thank you so much to everyone for subscribing, getting us over the 500 subscriber hump. It has taken us a really long time to get here, a surprisingly long time to get to this point. And it has, of course, been a labor of love the entire time. Yeah, we've tweaked a few things in the way we've been running the channel in the last few months, and it has really helped us reach a lot of new subscribers and reach new viewers. So thank you very much for everyone out there for your support. We greatly appreciate it. And now, of course, on to 1,000. And Chris, how are you?
I am doing well, Jason. Thank you for asking.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Looking forward to this issue. Looking forward to continuing the Inferno saga, which we don't quite know what is happening yet, but I have a feeling things are about to get hot.
Yeah, well, last issue left us at a cliffhanger where Goblin Queen Madelyne Pryor comes face to face with a man who introduces himself as Mr. Sinister and claims to be her father. And that's like where the issue ends. Mm-hmm. And X-Men fighting Marauders is all good in the alley. That was kind of left open a little bit. Mm-hmm. So I'm interested to finally get to it. And I thought last issue we were going to get some secrets revealed because it felt like that was coming. Yeah. And we learned that she was in an orphanage, maybe came from a pod of some kind. But in this issue, as it says on the cover, at last, the startling secret of Madelyne Pryor. So
finally,
I'm expecting definitive answers this issue.
This has been building for how many issues?
Well, she's introduced, I've lost count. I mean, I'll insert something here as to when. But in the 180s? Like during the Paul Smith
170s, 180s? Yeah, gotta be.
During that Paul Smith run, we have that amazing Mastermind cover.
It's Mario Lemieux.
It's Mario Lemieux. 66 issues. If we divide that by 12,
that's something.
5.5 years. Since that issue, not just her introduction, but that specific issue. 5.5 years.
And don't ever forget that the name Madelyne Pryor is actually introduced in that Avengers Annual.
Avengers Annual 10. She's a little kid.
A little kid.
Maddie Pryor.
Maddie Pryor goes into the hospital. I just realized on these covers, if you look at the Inferno word, mm-hmm. with each issue, as we move forward towards from the I to the O, more letters are on fire.
Whoa.
I just checked that. Like the previous issue, not all the Inferno letters were on fire. So it's actually coming towards like a climax, like an end.
That is incredible.
I mean, that's maybe not as good as your observation, but maybe that's the difference between you and me. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
Note for the reader, if you weren't here last episode, the 2 goblins on either side of the Goblin Queen are mm-hmm. Jean Grey's parents.
Yeah, right.
Assuming these are still the same 2 goblins.
Like manifestations of Jean Grey's parents, which were then killed, turned into demons?
No, I think she turned the two people into demons.
Were they actually in the graveyard?
Okay, maybe I have no idea what I'm talking about. I thought so. At first, I thought the whole thing was just her imaginings.
Right, right. Because there's like Spock getting married.
And then I think the demons became like they're real. So, I don't know. Hopefully at the end, there is a resolution one way or the other, and we learn whether
Let's hope so. Let's hope that Elaine and Jean's father are doing okay.
He's Professor
Jean's father.
Professor Jean's father. Yeah. All right. Let's get into this thing,
Let's
man.
do this.
Inferno, Part the Second. Wow. Yeah. Picking up right where we left off, in the secret high-tech catacombs of a Nebraska orphanage. You have a name, chum?
Most refer to me as Mr. Sinister. But you, Madelyne Pryor, my pride, my first and foremost joy, may call me Father.
So creepy.
It's so creepy.
It's a weird set of choices.
Oh, don't forget the boots on boots.
Oh, he's got little booties.
Little booties on big booties.
And then he's wearing thigh highs.
Oh yeah, he is.
It is a choice.
It's definitely a choice.
What do you mean by that, you devil?
The devil? Perhaps I am. Although your companion certainly better looks the part. But the irrefutable fact remains, I am the one who brought you into being.
Liar! You're the mastermind behind the Marauders. The man who sent them to murder me.
Shards. The more the Goblin Queen uses her newborn power, the greater it grows. Oh, Nastir, in crafting your cat spa, you've evidently grabbed a tigress by the tail.
I want his heart, my pets. The rest of him is yours.
Regrettably, Madelyne, Sinister has no heart. Nor is he about to be bested in his own sanctum sanctorum.
Okay, interesting.
Right.
Interesting choice of words.
Right.
This is Latin. That means the holiest of holies.
Okay.
Which is a reference to a spot in Jerusalem where the old temple was, the old temple of David,
sure.
Solomon's temple, or what is it?
Mount kind of thing? Yeah.
David's, or was it Solomon's? I don't know. I should know this though. Anyway, the temple on the mount, exactly.
On the mount, yeah.
And it would basically be the holiest spot in the old temple, where only the chief rabbi would basically go,
right?
Because it was so sacred a spot. They were worried like no one else could go there because it was just too sacred a spot. So if anyone ever went in, if the chief rabbi ever would go in, he would go in with a rope around his ankle, so that if he die while in that spot,
they could pull him out.
They could pull him out without having to go there themselves and have these some sort of spiritual consequences for going in.
Like Homer entering the 3D world and Bart tying the rope around his body to go get him.
Exactly.
Cool.
So the sanctum sanctorum, gets used in pop culture once in a while. Do we call Doctor Strange's place that?
Isn't that the sanctum sanctorum? I mean, that's where when I read this, I'm like, oh, well, this is clearly made more popular at this point by Doctor Strange. I believe.
Right. I learned it through Doctor Strange, given that I don't speak Latin, and I didn't learn my religion through Latin either.
Did you learn your religion through Doctor Strange?
I learned my religion mostly through Doctor Strange. Mostly the movie. Just the movie.
Just actually the second one, more than that.
Yeah. I'm still going to gush over that scene where he occupies, spoilers, he occupies a corpse of himself.
From wonderful.
And flies with a cape of demons. I thought that was the most badass, coolest thing most metal thing I'd ever seen in a Marvel movie.
Yeah, people can malign that era of MCU films, and I understand why, but that was cool.
That was one of the best visual ideas I've ever seen in a Marvel movie, and the fact they did not make that figure, it breaks my heart.
You're right. Yeah.
I mean, what a version of Doctor Strange to have out there. if you don't mind me backtracking for 1
No,
second,
please.
on the art here, just when she sends those her little pets after Sinister, like the line work up in those rafters, some really, really fine penmanship.
Yeah.
You see this from Dan Green. It looks like he's sort of switched tools and he's pulling out of, Terry Austin's playbook, something we'd see in like an Arthur Adams panel. Just really, really fine work, but of course it is Dan Green. And then that next panel where Sinister takes this incredibly wide stance as he backslaps or backhands these two little demons away. That is like real inspired John Buscema channeling, from Kirby to Buscema to Silvestri. Like, it's really just the hand that has to do the motion, but that stance where his legs are so wide, it really works in a Marvel comic to have your villain take that pose. It's just beautiful stuff. Also, there was a comment she made about having the Marauders being sent out to kill her. So this is going back again like 25 issues,
right? Because Madelyne was part of that team that was being hunted, right?
Yeah, so she gets hunted on her own when she's in San Francisco, and like they have her in an ambulance and it crashes, and it's this really long going plot thread that they were out to kill her because they're out to kill all the mutants, or anyone connected to mutants. They kidnap her son then, and they erase all trace of her. And like I don't know if I would love to find out. Did Claremont pivot?
Yeah.
Like, was he going in one direction?
Get Chris on the show.
Right. And he has since pivoted, like, between 2 years ago and now. He's like, Madelyne is a target. We're not sure why. And now he's like, actually, Madelyne is a prize.
So,
she's someone that Sinister wants to control, not someone he wants dead, because he clearly wanted her dead before.
Sure. I'm going to posit something here. So, okay. So, up until now, or not up until now, but more often than not, you and I have talked about, like, what is the point of this character? We don't think that Claremont has a good idea. At the time, it's maybe he just, it's a Jean Grey lookalike. He can work with some of that. But as for her actual story and her purpose, like, it's being worked out, on the fly. And then if you combine that thought with the idea that we need to set up a new big bad for the next decade, right? The X-Men's antagonist. We're going to create this guy, Mr. Sinister. I wonder if some point those two ideas came together and Chris Claremont thought, you know what? I can now use the combination of these two, like, to get to the reveal of Mr. Sinister as the next big bad. This can then flesh out the Madelyne Pryor story.
Right. Like, he's been torturing the X-Men in the long game all along.
Right.
And it's going to bring Scott back into the mix in some way. I think originally, we've heard him talk a little bit about, different interviews, that Madelyne was just a proxy as a way to get Scott out of the series, to have him move on, to give him his happily ever after, as he just wanted to write Scott out of the book and move on and, like, let him live his life with his redhead dream girl. And if he can't have Jean, then give her the next best thing, a lookalike, and kind of to be done with it. Right. But it lingered. It lingered and turned into something else. Yeah.
Oof.
Goblin Queen.
Okay, we're that last panel.
Sanctum Sanctorum.
Yeah, Sanctorum. Okay, my page here. I've taken your measure, child, and found you wanting. Struggle, of course, is quite useless. My defensive systems simply turn your own energies back on you, using them to bind you all the more tightly.
Nastier! Demon! Why won't you answer? Help me!
I'm afraid, my dear, your erstwhile ally has yielded to the better part of valor and teleported himself to safety, leaving you abandoned, quite alone, and altogether at my mercy.
Like, these kinds of comics work really well with this kind of color too.
I agree.
I mean, Glynis Oliver gets to just represent power and energy and fire and motion and just dynamics with whatever colors she really wants. And it is such a playful palette, and always a pleasure to look at. I'm coloring a comic right now, and it's it's underground in caves, and it's just drab grays and browns and greens. And I'm like, oh, why can't my character carry an interdimensional torch? That, like, so every panel gets Kirby crackle and lighting, and it's so funny how these colors just make it so much more fun to read.
Oh yeah, no, they work. Absolutely, they work.
Fan the flames. Unfortunately, we got a miscolor on Storm's upper thigh.
Yeah.
But otherwise, nice to see a double splash.
Double splash
Of the X-Men versus the Marauders. Not like there isn't necessarily an incredible standout in this bunch. Colossus, unfortunately, is one of the characters I've actually really enjoyed the way Silvestri draws him, but this one is not really what I want to see. It doesn't do anything for me. Like, it's an odd representation of some of his pecs, and but I do love the way he draws Colossus's hands. And of course, he's got to get his slinky woman in a pose that is very, very late 80s, 90s with the character Vertigo.
Right.
But how cool does Scalp Hunter look?
Yeah.
I mean, he's the centerpiece of that to me. Like, he brings everything.
It's funny so I'm reading this trade, this collected edition, and in this edition, it's actually the page turn is it's on two separate pages.
No.
Yeah. But when and the colors are pretty saturated. So when I saw this page, I actually thought that, and this actually, I wish I could show you. I mean,
you can hold it up to your camera.
Yeah, try it if you want to go off screen for a second.
Well, just to say, by the way, off book here.
Yeah,
I get your screen as one video, my screen as one video, and the book as one video.
Okay,
so I get three.
There's the first page, and then
right,
it turns, unfortunately, on the second page.
So there is no love. Okay.
Right.
Yeah, there was no love put into this.
No. But what I was going to say was what I thought when I saw this page and the colors being pretty saturated and like the long shot face and Storm, this looked to me like a Rick Leonardi image.
Sure.
That was I thought, oh, he's filling in.
Right.
Anyways, yeah.
Yeah, but no.
Yeah, there you go.
So sometimes also that Havoc costume really looks cool and graphic, the way his power emanates from his chest. This time it doesn't work.
Does not work.
The fact that it's come through his right arm, through his shoulder.
Yeah.
This is one of those times where you give him a halo of some kind, like you have it kind of moving around him, but you
It's not a bad idea. Have him, you could make some comics with that. But no, have him emanate. And,
but have it emanate from his chest outward, not through his arm.
Yeah.
That is a weird looking version of that. So before we get onto the panels before we get onto the narration, I'm going to give some credits here.
Okay.
Chris Claremont, writer; Marc Silvestri, penciler; Dan Green, inker; Tom Orzechowski, letterer; Glynis Oliver, colorist; Bob Harris, editor; and Tom DeFalco, taskmaster. One little story about the people involved in making this book, as I move back to the other screen, is that as Jim Shooter had instituted the royalty program, where obviously sales, high sales turn into royalty payments for people involved, they were giving royalties to writers, pencilers, and inkers, not letterers and colorists. And Chris Claremont reportedly lobbied over and over to get Orzechowski and Glynis Oliver points, get them royalties for the amazing work they were doing on X-Men. If the rest of the team was benefiting, so should they for their good work. And couldn't get management on board. So he gave a percentage of his own earnings to both of them. Every time he got royalty checks, they got a percent.
Okay.
Claremont. Putting that out there.
Very nice.
Yeah. So we get character introductions. Ready? Longshot,
Roll
Havoc,
call.
Wolverine, Psylocke, Storm, Rogue, Dazzler, Colossus, Polaris, Scalp Hunter, Harpoon, Prism, Vertigo, Riptide. Not a cool Riptide. I would have loved to have seen maybe a hand coming through or something to show that the character themselves is spinning.
Uh-huh.
Polaris is kind of neat, like maybe going opposite, but where are her powers? Like, I don't know, give me a little something there.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess that would ruin the New York skyline because we need that. We need to see that this is some sort of weird, demented place.
Yeah, right.
And Prism looks absolutely lost.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, it's our first introduction to him being part of Marauders from last issue, right? We're like, who is this guy?
Right, but he just looks like he's almost on a different plane. Like he doesn't look like he belongs in that panel. But anyway, here we go. Meanwhile, half a continent towards a dawn which may never come, though no one knows that yet. The Uncanny X-Men continue their helter-skelter battle with Sinister's shock troops, their arch foes, the Marauders. Amidst the concrete canyons of a Manhattan that is ever more rapidly transforming into a city out of nightmare.
Ooh,
that's a lot.
That's a lot.
Hey, do you remember that episode of the X-Men animated series where Scott and Jean are on their honeymoon and like the worst powered up villains come to capture them in like on a lake kind of? One guy's got like stretchy arms. One guy, I think.
They're Sinister's like pirate crew.
Well, they're the Marauders, no? Because they didn't use the Marauders.
I guess there are. There's like a guy who's like a beast guy. There's like another small, squat, strong guy. There's a stretchy guy who can like absorb you. And
they were just the lamest villains, but they were Sinister's pawns.
Yeah,
they were his army to like his shock troops, because the Marauders, as we know them here, were not used in that animated series.
No.
For who knows what reasons. Maybe we'll find an intersection. Need a minute?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I'm good.
I thought you were looking off camera to.
Oh, like at the dogs? No, I'm good.
Oh, the dogs.
The dogs.
All right.
That's
Havoc. Watch out for Harpoon.
No prob, Psylocke. I'll melt his spear before he throws it.
Hey, what's this? Lego Man!
Insufficient postage! Insufficient postage!
Hang on tight, Vertigo. The X-Men's Wind Witch. She's whipping up a hurricane.
They're not fooling this time, Scalp Hunter. Like Scrambler said, they're really out for blood.
Don't ever do that again. And then
who's that?
Who do you think lost their grip?
With hair. Is it Vertigo?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Lost my grip. Blowing away.
Also, that's a pretty funny panel with the fire.
Yeah.
It's a good
fire hydrant beating up on a dog.
Yeah.
Which is so sad for peeing.
Yeah.
Presumably.
Going somewhere, Marauder. Please allow Colossus to get in your way.
Ouch!
You pushing my riptide. But when last we met, I killed you.
X-Men 211. Bob Harris. Hey, Rusky. We Marauders are chock full of surprises. How about we find out if you're as resilient when I return the compliment?
Bring on Dark Colossus.
Yeah.
All right, that's enough. Nobody move. This is the police. You're all under arrest. If you know what's good for you, you'll come quietly.
Okay, that's a Brood police car?
Yeah.
I mean, that's awesome.
I mean, that is awesome when I first turned that page.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I
think
you're my malice? Okay.
Yeah.
Suppose I'm not in the mood.
Then you die.
Polaris, don't. No matter how much Malice has corrupted Lorna, I still care for her. But I also care as much, maybe more, for Madelyne. I can't let her be hurt.
So on Bob's Burgers, the eldest daughter, Tina, is often torn between different boys and their bums and stuff.
Jimmy,
like she's so fixated, as like a 13-year-old on every boy she meets, she goes boy crazy, and just reminds you of like, oh, I care so much for Lorna, but I also care for Madelyne.
That's true.
It's ridiculous.
I also care for the Brood. Wait, what?
I'm into some weird shit.
Yeah,
we were joking around about casting. 88 X-Men.
Yeah,
and Val Kilmer's name got thrown into the mix, and I'm like, now I want you to read Havoc as Val Kilmer all the time. But that's not an easy impression to do.
No, it's not. I'll have to think of that one.
No, it's all good. I'm just joking around.
I do like that Brood police vehicle, though.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Those policemen, they're demons. Am I mad? How can this be Manhattan? Sure, it was me. Riptide is hurling the super velocity stars.
But to the young Russian's surprise, they bounce off his armored skin. The cops aren't so lucky. How conveniently considerate of the city to send metal critters up against the mistress of magnetism. The leftover bits and pieces make such delightful shrapnel to hurl against the X-Men.
And while the heroes are nice and distracted, I'll use my vertigo power to turn their world upside down. Make them so sick and dizzy, I bet they'll be glad to have us finish him off.
Note that Rats Are Us Pet Shop sign.
Rats. Also, I love the the panel between going from 3 to 4 on that page where threat identified, shrapnel sent, and the two strongest who are basically invulnerable get right in the way. Right? It's like Rogue steps up, blocks Storm. Colossus steps up, blocks for Psylocke and Longshot. Love it.
Yeah, they are awesome.
Yeah.
I would imagine it still would cut Rogue just
yeah.
She can take it.
She can take it. Yeah.
However, even while Longshot succumbs, his Eldritch luck turns this blind random throw into precisely the right move.
Yeah, missed me.
It's a weird thing for a villain to say, but there you go.
Yeah, it's a choice.
But I do love the knife throw and the sign splatter. That's a great one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cutting us down hard and fast. Didn't think those chumps had it in them. Time to even the odds with some rapid volley automatic fire. By the way, I say that every time I shoot an automatic gun at my enemies.
You go bam, 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 bam.
Well, that too, but I usually yell, time to even the odds with some rapid volley automatic fire.
Nice. Yeah, I've heard you say it before in public.
Oh, yeah.
You had the drop on me in San Fran, Scalp Hunter, remember? Pretty near nailed me too.
X-Men 222. That's a couple years ago.
Right. So we've referenced now 3 things. A lot of these are X-Men 211, X-Men 222. That's a lot going on here.
Some old grudges.
Oh, yeah.
Now, Sugar, it's my turn.
We cannot wage a pitched battle in the streets of Midtown, mad though it may seem. Bystanders are sure to be caught in the crossfire. Psylocke, lock onto the Marauders' minds. Finish them if you can, with a single telepathic blow. Worth the try, Aurora. But as Elizabeth Braddock, also known as Betsy, activates those formidable psychic abilities. Cries, children, help us, save us.
Eat them up.
Give us a hand, somebody.
Pull harder.
Insufficient postage.
Okay, you know what they need to help save them?
Tell me.
The DJ machine.
The DJ machine?
Yeah.
Oh,
Do you not
I
know
see.
anything about the DJ machine?
Well, now tell me more about it.
Want to be the star of your own radio show?
I do.
What's radio? Then get the Studio 4 home DJ machine and become a professional disc jockey right at home. Disc jockey, that sounds kind of kinky.
Wow.
The DJ machine is so real. It's like being in a recording studio.
Wow.
You can record music. Everyone has that device on their phone right now.
You know what's funny? It says do voiceovers just like on radio. So basically, it's putting us out of the job.
Oh yeah.
That DJ machine is putting previously X-Men.
Yeah, it is. And start your career as a professional disc jockey today. Available at Ames, Bloomingdale's, Haldor, Fred Meyer, Hills, S.E. Nichols, Stearns, Toys R Us, Venture.
I know
I
two
would
of those.
love to know how many of those are still in business.
2. Bloomingdale's and Toys R Us. And only Toys R Us in Canada. It's bankrupt in America.
And it's disappearing in Canada too.
Is it going back then, dude?
A lot of them have been closed.
Interesting. Okay.
But we need the DJ machine.
We do need a DJ machine.
And if anyone with initials DJ, we got to call them DJ Machine. That's their name from now on. All right.
That's awesome.
Nope.
It's not awesome.
Nope. Poor dear. Looks like somebody slapped you down, hard as can be. Far be it from us. Let such a golden opportunity pass by. Maul her, marauders.
Not hardly, bimbo. While we got any say in the matter.
On soul, Uncle Skunk here.
Sucker bet, sugar fight.
What is a soul on the skunk hair? What does that mean? Anyway, moving on.
Mm-hmm.
How about when they're done, we feast on whoever's left?
Have it careful. Show off. Your plasma being so powerful, it can't do anything but kill.
That's the idea, Dazzler.
Kill them all. Go. Interesting. He's trying to kill. I wonder if there's an edge coming on these guys.
He's said right, and he's said in past too about are the X-Men just around? So are we any better than these people? He's questioning this a lot as well.
Yes,
but he seems to have given in a little bit. So
Nebraska.
Oh, back in Nebraska.
You were always a rebel, Madelyne, never believing what you were told, determined to learn everything for yourself, regardless of the cost.
You see, the chair pops up out of the ground?
Yeah.
Or out of whatever?
Yeah.
Cool.
That's kind of cool.
Tell me, has it been worth the pain, the grief?
I have nothing to do with you, monster. I'm a normal person. Sure you are.
Okay.
With normal parents and a normal past.
Tell me of them, then. The smallest little thing. A single memory. Surely that's no problem. But you can't. Because they don't exist.
That's not true. They do, and I can. I'm
waiting.
I was 10. It was summer. I was playing in front of the yard with my best friend, Annie Richardson. Mom told us to be careful because we lived on a blind curve. But when the wind caught the frisbee, Annie didn't think. She just ran right after it.
She never saw the car, nor its driver.
How do you know that?
You cradled your dying friend in your arms, and suddenly, snap, found yourself actually inside her mind, sharing her thoughts as they went out, one by one. You remained en rapport with her, sharing that most intimate of bonds, until at last she died.
How do you know?
The memory isn't yours. Annie Richardson was Jean Grey's friend, and that the incident which catalyzed her telepathic power into being.
No.
Fascinating how the replicant manages to garner memory flashes from the template, as though some events are so primal, they're somehow encoded on the genetic matrix itself. Poor creature, so pridefully powerful, yet now brought as low as can be, ripe at last for my picking. with the introduction of one final element. And that element is eel farts.
I find it interesting that we still don't know what her power set is, nor his power set. Like, Sinister has created chains out of nowhere, is able to repel blasts, has, like, physical strength, but there isn't any indication as to him being the master of magnetism. Like, there's no specific idea. Again, as if the writer doesn't know.
Right. Do you know where the eel farts reference comes from?
Not off the top of my head.
It's an SNL sketch, maybe the early aughts, where it's like a not Top Chef, but like a chef competition, whichever, right?
Yeah.
And the secret ingredient is eel farts, and they all are given this vial that just looks empty, right? There's nothing in it, and then they open it up and they smell it and they add it. It's so dumb.
Who's on that?
I think Horatio Sands. I think it might be that, like Jimmy Fallon, Horatio Sands.
Okay.
But that to me was just like they're doing that, and it may even be dubbed over. Like it might be a Japanese show, and it's like, yes, of course, eel farts.
Like Iron Chef.
Yeah, thank you, Iron Chef. Thank you.
Yeah.
Never left me.
Manhattan. That's a pretty cool looking city.
That does look pretty cool, actually.
Cut him loose, bub. Not a chance. Post office don't like it when you try to stiff us on postage. Nothing you can do about it either. I'm government property.
Wanna bet?
Are you nuts? What are you doing? Ah!
You got that guy. I want him back.
Ha! Shows what you know. You're too late.
Where is he?
Right where he deserves. Ain't it nice and patriotic, the way that deadbeat decided to serve his country? Maybe next time it'll be your turn.
Help me! Help me!
Blast you! That's a human being, not a thing. That's one postbox who won't eat any more of its customers. My work is done.
Way to go, fella.
I wish I could do that.
Fry 'em all.
My hero.
Post office. Rage.
Rage.
Iris. Hate.
Storm, I do not understand. Mailboxes attacking people. Police demons. Marauders we have slain, risen from the dead. This is madness.
Of course, little brother. How else would you describe life in New York City?
Topical.
Are you ready for some...
Oh, yeah. Here we go.
Exposition with a capital X.
Nice.
Nebraska.
That's the next title of our show, by the way.
Jean never told her parents she could read minds. Instead, unable to shut out the growing cacophony of thoughts assaulting her, she withdrew into herself, cutting herself off as much as possible from all human contact. Immediately upon learning of her, I planned to eliminate her parents and have her raised here at my orphanage where I kept the others. But fate sent them to Charles Xavier, then a budding authority on mutant genetics, and unknown to the Greys, both mutant and telepath himself. Xavier's pioneering work with Jean was instrumental in leading him to form the X-Men, but while he treated her, I was busy using a blood and tissue sample of the girl that I'd procured to create a Jean Grey of my own. You should feel proud, Madelyne. She was his premier success. You were mine. Some mutant abilities manifest themselves at birth, most at puberty. Yours inexplicably did neither. I confess I was disappointed, bitterly, all that time and effort wasted. But then one night...
Scott! Fire! Life incarnate. Now forever. Phoenix. I love that Sinister wears this costume all the time.
All the time. He's pretty fashion forward. So Sinister is around now in the days of the early X-Men with Xavier, and wanted her for himself before Xavier.
Yes.
So now we've got another rival for Xavier in terms of I don't know, whatever.
No.
You know,
You're right. It takes that spot, right?
Yeah.
And Magneto has that history with Xavier, assembling a team to rival Xavier's, and now we have a character who is taking that spot again.
Exactly.
Yeah. Who wears purple? Like Magneto.
Lots of purple.
Yep. Actually, red and purple, like Magneto.
And 2 sets of boots, unlike Magneto.
True. Back to Manhattan.
Tally ho, troopers! Orders are strafe anything that wears a costume.
Ah! There goes Prism. Prism!
Coming our way, boss. Nailed the one on the right.
And I, his wingman. Colossus, take the third.
You're alive, Dazzler, for questioning. No prob, big guy. Eat your heart out, Havoc. Any boob can incinerate a target, but using my photon force beam takes real skill. We are well aware of your abilities, Dazzler. There is no need to boast, and this should prevent your doing any more harm. I have seen your kind before in Limbo.
Great memory, looking pretty righteous, pal. Being dead suits you. Hey, no hard feelings, right? I'm a trooper. I just follow Sim's lead. He's the big kahuna.
What are you doing here, demon? And what is this talk of Sim? My sister Ilyana rules Limbo.
Not anymore. Don't get hyper. It wasn't my idea. I just, way of the world. Sim got lucky. Lonnie got careless. New order takes over. Today Limbo, tomorrow the world.
Magic has been overthrown.
By Sim and his buddy Nastier. Between you and me, those two are pals like Ollie North and the Ayatollah. Really topical there, by the way. They're whipping up some Mondo Buffo spell. Gonna make Earth just like Limbo. Like, how are these things demons?
Right. They're that techno-organic virus that Sim often talks about, right?
Okay.
In Limbo. I don't know how it got there.
All good.
Did you play 1943, by the way?
No, sir.
Oh, I played it.
Was it good?
I mean, it's fun.
Cool.
I don't think I was successful. So in this alternate universe, that didn't go quite the way the Allies hoped.
Right.
Where will they do this?
They're tourists. Where else? The Empire State Building.
Boy, if they harm Ilyana Demon, no power in creation will save them.
Better maybe you should worry about yourself.
Why?
Splendid, Colossus. That is a way to deal with such arrogant toads.
I smashed into bits, and now those pieces burn. I have slain, and Storm cheers me on to more.
Work ain't done, heroes. So long as the Marauders left, let's bust some heads. Okay, coolest looking Wolverine. He surely works as this is a dark Wolverine. As demonic, that is looks awesome.
And now we're starting to see if folks out there pick up on this, the X-Men are starting, and we've talked a little bit like Havoc willing to kill. We're starting to see their faces adjust a little bit. Something's happening.
Yeah. Wolverine's claws are so long.
He's got some teeth issues going on there.
Yeah, his underbite is
underbite.
Fantastic.
In my heart and soul, I burn. I want to join the others, let myself be consumed by this magical, unnatural inferno, but I resist. It seems my armored body protects me from this sorcery as it did from Sim's spells when we fought in Limbo. I do not wish to abandon my comrades, but I can only save them by saving Ilyana.
Enchanted as they are, I dare not count on them to help me. So I must go alone. And pray I am not already too late.
Okay, I'm down for this completely, where like everything, if it now focuses to being about Peter solving this whole thing,
Right.
and everything going crazy, and Manhattan turning into an extension of Limbo as Astier and Sim are like, concocting some huge spell. And the only thing is like he's got to somehow get to Ileana. They've got to turn the whole thing around. I'm down for that. Like, look at that Colossus alone.
Yeah. Well, see, right. And
like,
also,
beautiful.
and I also dig the idea that, okay, so just as we mentioned, something's happening to the X-Men. They're being, there's a lot of hate going on, which isn't their natural. They're becoming demonic-ish, however that's going to play out. And he's the one who starts questioning, like, is it his pure soul, his like purity, where he's like, I can't believe I did this. I smashed it, and I have to now go on this mission because the team's lost, basically.
Yeah.
Like they're overcome with these feelings, these energies, and now I'm gonna go and solve it. Yeah,
I love Silvestri's proportions on him too.
Yeah, great.
Nebraska.
Curiouser, I thought, and curiouser. Especially once I learned that manifestation occurred at precisely the moment Phoenix sacrificed herself on the moon to save the universe from the dark side of her nature. Think, Madelyne, the instant of her death was your birth. I wondered then if clone and original were bound psychically in much the same manner as identical twins. You possessed all Jean's genetic potential, if not her powers, and perhaps her resonance with this Phoenix force. If combined with Scott Summers, the product of such a union should prove quite exceptional. So I provided you with an appropriate cover memory, plus a character sure to attract him, and placed you at his grandparents' airline in Alaska. I knew once you met, and if necessary, I was prepared to ensure you would. Nature would take its inevitable course, which it did.
You used me, Sinister! You used me!
Child, that's why you were made.
Great drawing of her right there.
Great drawing. Yeah.
He's looking at a particular version of women for his inspiration on faces.
Yeah.
But man, yeah, really, really striking stuff.
Did you say there's no such thing as
Scotchtoberfest?
Scotchtoberfest. No such thing. Oh, great stuff.
But with Ms. Gray's resurrection came a problem. Being a telepath, and more importantly, your template, she'd sense the truth the moment we met. To protect my organization, you had to be eliminated.
All right, okay.
Okay, all right.
By that stroke, I'd gain your baby for myself, while covering my tracks so thoroughly Scott Summers would never find me.
That's okay. I hear you.
All right, sure.
Okay. You could also, of course, eliminate Jean Grey.
Yeah, that could be something that they do. Yeah.
Yeah. But your Marauders botched the job. Again, I thought we were going to get like some closure on that panel, or on that page.
No, we're not.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Manhattan. Everybody hurts.
I was hoping you'd do that.
Thank you. Everybody hurts. Everything I touch is screaming inside. Allison, most of all. Havoc said I did a wrong thing, seeing her in Rogue. Oh, he was... Oh, he admits he was seeing them both?
That's what... Yeah, read on.
Okay. But can't there be room in my hearts? Because he has more than one heart, by the way. Can't there be room in my hearts for more than a single person? Whoa!
What have we here? Never have I espied a soul so noble, so pure, so totally, irrevocably torn. Dear boy, let me put you out of your misery.
No! Is that the last? All save Polaris. You sound disappointed, darling.
Over too quick, Wolvie.
They didn't suffer nearly enough. No matter. There will be other foes, better battles.
Can't wait. Anybody crosses the X-Men, they get their ticket punched. Permanently.
And Rogue has got some crazy rogue hair.
Yep. I mean, she's high-fiving Storm, which we never see that happen.
Yeah, break Storm's arm.
Yeah, and they've got, their costumes are changing.
Yeah, and Psylocke's cleavage is
front and center there. Yeah.
It's bursting.
Mm-hmm.
So proud to boast, mortals. Longshot. Hair, makeup, blush, lipstick. Longshot. A wrinkle? Yet words are so easily spoken.
Who the devil?
Is that not a mark on the kid? What's next, gray hairs? The challenge is to back them up with deeds. Try this on for size, Buster.
That's Alex Summers' Mister.
That's right. I was gonna say that's his. He's like, he's stepping out in the world. He's his own man.
A display, boy, as impressive as it is futile. As I feasted on Longshot's soul, so shall I have yours as well. Tastiest of all shall be that of Madelyne Pryor. We've got to go after him. Find his trail, Wolvie. We have to save her.
Ain't that simple, Havoc. We got company, X-Men. We got trouble. But who that is and what that entails...
Oh,
we'll have to wait.
Oh,
More exposition.
so much more. I think this is Sinister.
Quite correct. The Marauders shouldn't have failed. They were certain they hadn't, yet they did. But then you died along with the X-Men in full view of the entire world, only to reappear here, alive, apparently, invisible to my sensors, able to bypass my defenses and enter my sanctum with impunity. Not only consorting with what can only be described as demons, but possessed of considerable power yourself.
Speaking of demons, one emerges. Don't worry, I'll edit that out. It's okay.
I thought I was off camera.
You done been edited out.
Oh no, that door is in full view.
Oh, that washroom is in full view.
The best was with Harry when he did that.
Yeah, Harry did that
story later.
Yeah, I told him once. I'm like, don't do it. He's like, no problem. We went right in.
I start my presentation.
All right.
in a minute.
Good luck.
I know we're
almost done.
finished. We're on the last page.
Thanks, son. Second panel, I think it's you.
Is that where you? Okay,
Yeah.
Cool. Sorry about that. I got distracted by Danielle. Perhaps when I died, I made a deal with the devil to come collect you down to join him.
We shall see. I look forward to taking you apart, Madelyne, and discovering how you've changed.
That's right. I forgot. There's brood mares fulfilled her purpose. Sorry, the brood mares fulfilled her purpose. You have your prize, my baby. You don't need me anymore.
Only assets have value. What?
I don't belong to you, Sinister. I won't be ruled by you. I won't be condemned by you. That's a great panel of the chains breaking.
Yeah, I like this page a lot.
Surprise! It appears your devices have limits, and I don't.
Impossible.
If you say so. What price glory now, Sinister? That's a weird sentence.
That's weird. Maybe is glory your glory? I don't know. Yeah.
I've been challenged before.
That's an X-Men line. Trust me, you're not in their league.
If you think you've truly tested my resources,
No more, I'm willing to bet, than you have mine.
Prelims are over, Sinister. It's time for the main event.
Milady, forgive your servant's interruption, but I felt you should see proof of how Nastir keeps his word.
So is that Nastir and you've changed voices? Or is this
Well, now he's red.
He's a red demon. Okay.
No, you're right. You're right. It is Nastir.
I don't know, man. He's red.
Is that so? He went red, and so he changed the voice.
Maybe. Never doubted you for an instant. Give me my son.
No!
I won't be condemned, Sinister. Instead, I condemn. Here is the culmination of all your machinations. I like the word machinations.
Yeah.
Machinations, okay, fine. All Scott Summers' hopes and dreams, all that represents my humanity. In one stroke, I make it dust. Your ambition is a world to rule. In one stroke, I make it ashes. I abjure life, Father, and give myself over whole and unreservedly to the fire, an inferno that will consume you all. Next, read X Factor 37 and be here next month for X-Men X Factor Burn.
Hey,
Wow.
hey. Wow.
She's kind of like a demon phoenix.
Yeah, which I'm down with.
Sure, man.
As an antagonist, I think, wow, could we not have introduced her and this persona earlier? Like, this seems like, like high level, omega level threat, right? Like the Sentinels would be like, what's going on? Omega level threat. Let's get this going. And 100 issues later, or whatever the heck it is. Or no, 66 issues, but still 6 years, 5 years.
Yeah.
Right?
That's a lot.
It's a lot.
Yeah. But I'm cool with her being some sort of a vessel for part of the evil Phoenix stuff that went into her. Some Dark Phoenix mixed with some macabre sorcery stuff and
demon stuff.
Yeah.
I'm cool with that too. It feels like, wow, that's a real long way around, which again, maybe then supports our hypothesis that there was really no clear path for that.
He did figure it out, I think, in this issue. Like that won me
over.
I
think so too. It just took, like it was an idea and she's on the team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you say too much exposition?
Oh, no, not enough. Not nearly enough.
And that brings us to the end of another episode. Thank you to my good buddy, writer of Group of Seven, A Most Secret Tale, and Peregrine's Flights, Fiends, and Fisticuffs, Chris Sanigan. You can find out more about our comics and upcoming appearances at group-of-7comics.ca and follow at Group of Seven on social media. Please click like and subscribe to the channel and share with us your take on this issue or any X-Men comics in the comments section below. Go dig out your old back issues, trade paperbacks, essentials, omnibuses, DVD-ROMs, bootlegs, or hop on an app and read along with us next week on Previously in X-Men. Thank you, bubs. Stay X-Men.